Yo, 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 what's up, people? Are we on?
We are.
I just took a drink of the coffee, hot coffee, as if it was water. Hey, Ben, good morning to you. Hey, I hear a little... It's like... Oh, my God. Ivanka says, I hate politics. I get it.
That's the music. I don't know why they do that.
Oh. Bizarro. It is what it is. It happens. Hi, Tanya and Ben. Hope you guys are all well. Thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing the show. Let's go. Let's do our thing. Glad you are with us. What's today? Today's Thursday, so Friday. 4 days, baby. 4 days. Trump's back. 4 days. Good morning, Donna and Addie. Yeah, we were here Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays. Had a fantastic show, if we do say so ourselves. Hey guys, it is the show before the show. Hope everybody's doing all right. It's Thursday. Feels like a Friday to me. Oh, Andrew Bailey, Missouri's Attorney General, now has a beard. That's funny. He did a TV hit this morning as he has a beard.
He kind of has a baby face. It'll do him good.
May the MAGA be with you. Joe and I have been talking. We're going to be bringing a newscast to you at some point. It's coming. We'll be doing a newscast. This is more talk, but we'll be doing a newscast, trying to put those pieces together. Something you can have every day. Go to it. Moves like a newscast. Looks like an updated newscast. Oh my God, what a terrible story. Woman deceased after getting attacked by multiple dogs in North St. Louis Wednesday night. I mean, I just brutal. This is the show before the show. I just saw the headline. I mean, and then I love dogs, and I hate to just people what they do to animals.
Well, and then if they're a bunch of strays and they get in packs, they end up resetting back to their old ways.
It's so bizarre. A couple were being bit by dogs when officers arrived. They used pepper spray on the dogs to stop them from attacking and immediately provided aid to the woman. Multiple tourniquets, but it wasn't in time. The bleeding. The man who was there, he survived. 3 dogs. Developing story. I just... 3 dogs literally took a woman's life. That's from... Wow. Glad you're with us today. Eric Johnson will be in just a little bit as well. The theater continues in D.C. We'll be talking about that. Glad everybody's with us. Hope your world is going well today, guys. There's any other stories that are going on, let us know. Tanya says Macy's closing in South County Mall. Yeah, they've closed, several all across the country. Stephanie says 99% of it, though, it's the owner's fault. Their dogs the way that they are. I agree. If you don't take care of dogs, those are the kind of things that happen. It all happens. Glad you guys are all with us. Hey, JoJo.
What's up?
Big E's here.
Yeah, he is.
I was going to say, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt an important conversation?
No.
Because we can go ahead and start if you want to. I'm going to bring them in.
All right.
I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you.
3 minutes early. Here we go.
Wait.
It's
my phone says 9. The laptop says 8:59.
It's 8:57, 8:58. Just changed to 8:58 here.
We'll go ahead and start. Mine says 8:59, so we'll do it. Thanks, buddy.
All right.
Now it says 9.
Okay. We're going straight in.
With the burr. You got it.
Yep. Here we go.
Hey guys, welcome in. CancelTheShow.com. Vic Faust here. Eric Johnson in today joining us. That's really nice.
Yes.
Projo in the house. Projo, we got to get your we got to get that laptop up today. I think it's 3 minutes behind.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It still says 8:59.
Is it?
It's all right.
It's
just
right. It's
live
9:01.
life 3 minutes behind.
You can't do that. Aren't these computers supposed to be on the nuclear time? Like from Colorado, whatever that clock is.
What is that? I don't even know what you're talking about.
You know what nuclear time is?
I know, yeah. It's the synchronicity of the entire world.
Synchronicity, like the Police album.
I love it. We're glad that you're with us today. You know what we do. News headlines, politics, what's going to happen in 2025, the water cooler talk, all those things. Lots to get to today. Trump says he's going to save TikTok, or at least we'll see. No surprise. There was going to be a deal for hostages, but then overnight, Israel says that Hamas pulled back on the initial terms that they agreed with, literally using dead bodies as collateral.
Stupid.
Yeah, that's what happens. Pam Bondi kicked ass yesterday.
Yeah.
She has it again today. I think she's going back in, 15 minutes. I think she's back up again. Her testimony continues. That was one day after Pete Hegseth kicked ass.
Yeah.
It's like all these Trump selections are amazing. A+ candidates, Eric.
Yeah.
Joe Biden, an F candidate. He showed us again last night why he was the worst president in the history of this country in his farewell speech, which left lots to be desired. And of course, Eric, he continues to read everything in the prompter, end quote.
How, you know what the creepiest part of it was not his speech. I know. Did you watch it at all?
I did. Let me guess. Can I guess what the creepiest part was? His family and friends sitting there looking at him.
Yes. All in black.
All in black.
Like they were going to a funeral.
Like a bad funeral.
Yes. Like they are sending Joe away to the...
They know. He is. I said when his time is done. We're never going to hear from him.
Yes.
You
don't think so?
No, I don't.
No, I don't. We don't need to hear from him anymore.
No.
We didn't need to hear from Jimmy Carter, even though Jimmy Carter went out and did great things. He did. My mom, who is a lifelong conservative, used to bang nails for the Jimmy Carter Habitat for Humanity.
But if you're banging nails on one hand, and then on the other hand, you're doing anything and everything you can to ruin this country.
They don't understand. Okay, Vic, here's the thing.
It's almost like it's that old proverbial where you're shoveling snow or you're bailing water out of one
side,
and then you're putting it into the other, and it's just going back through.
So I've been wondering forever and ever and ever, are the Democrats stupid, or are they doing this? This is ideologically who they are. It is. I'm sorry that they don't think that they're destroying the country. They don't look. All you have to do is look at California. California, if they were as smart as we thought they were, they would be putting forest fires out. But you have Karen. First of all, they have contempt for you as the voter. Karen Bass, the mayor of Los Angeles,
not for long,
told her constituents, when she was running for mayor, I will not go out of the country on these trips. She went to 5.
Yeah.
And on the 5th one, she was sitting there at a cocktail party or something
in Ghana
as the first fires were flaming.
Mm-hmm.
This is a party that they think of you as you are just collateral. You will vote for me because you have to. California is a blue state. It's never going to be red. The place could burn down. Roaches could take over the world. The smelt could go the way of the dodo bird. It doesn't matter. You're still going to vote for me.
You know what's worse?
What?
After it was all said and done and she came back just 2 days ago, she was asked if she regretted being out of the country while the first fire started. You know what she said? No. And then she walked off the podium.
Yeah, because she's contemptuous. She's contemptuous.
Oh, I like that word.
She's contemptuous of the people that put her into power.
Contemptuous.
And this is a way. Okay, look, the embers are starting to boil right now. You are seeing it in the Senate hearings that are going on. You're seeing candidates that do not have to. Look, these are not rhinos that are being confirmed in front of other rhinos in the Senate. These are candidates like Pam Bondi, Pete Hegseth, Marco Rubio that are not going to take any shit from these senators that are throwing it at them in these hearings.
Hey, I'm glad
they're not.
I'm glad you brought up Marco Rubio. I want to get to
Go
that in
ahead.
just a second. Can we pull up Marco Rubio's sound? It's so bizarre. You just brought Marco was out again speaking.
Yeah.
Because as we know, and we'll get into TikTok and all these other things and drones in China, Marco Rubio is really setting the stage for Donald Trump going back after China. And he's telling everybody how China is dominating the world when it comes to minerals. I knew about this because I did a story when it comes to all of the minerals that you need to make batteries.
Okay.
Lithium ion.
Yes, lithium ion.
And listen to what Marco, look at this warning from Marco. I'm so glad you brought up Marco Rubio. We didn't even talk about
You could bring them all up.
Here's Marco. Listen to what warning to America about China.
If we stay on the road we're on right now, in less than 10 years, virtually everything that matters to us in life will depend on whether China will allow us to have it or not.
True story.
Everything from the blood pressure medicine we take
Yep.
to what movies we get to watch and everything in between, we will depend on China for it. They have come to dominate the critical mineral industry supplies throughout the world. Everywhere in the world, they've now established critical mineral rights. Even those who want to see more electric cars, no matter where you make them, those batteries are almost entirely dependent on the ability of the Chinese and the willingness of the Chinese Communist Party to produce it and export it to you. So if we don't change course, we are going to live in a world where much of what matters to us on a daily basis, from our security to our health, will be dependent on whether the Chinese allow us to have it or not. That's an
People of the country need to wake up immediately.
Marco
and they
Rubio.
They did.
Why'd you bring up Marco? What made you think about Marco today?
Because every single one of these guys are getting in front of these committees. I was afraid. I was like, if you're honest with yourself, Tulsi Gabbard is a JVer, right? She's on the JV squad. She's not Tulsi Gabbard. If you put Tulsi Gabbard in a room and a Republican rhino in the same room, you go, oh, well, the Republican rhino's got to win that battle. If you
win what battle?
Just the battle of knowledge as far as the bureaucracy goes, right? If you were to, I
think I disagree.
Come on now,
no. I would take Tulsi.
If you had a Mitt Romney or a John McCain, you'd go, well, Mitt Romney, they've been there for years.
What's
They're
the
senators.
subject? What do you mean? Like
any subject? You would think, well, maybe Pete Hegseth is a little green behind the ears. He's never been in this situation. He doesn't really know what he's in for. No, that's not the truth. He kicked their ass.
I see what you're saying. That's what you were afraid.
He's like he was the Kurt Warner. He was the Kurt
from
Warner
1999.
Yeah, he was the Kurt Warner. You didn't know if Kurt was going to come in the game and be able to win the Super Bowl.
You didn't?
No, I did not. Come on. And if you say you did, you're lying through your ass.
I'm not lying.
I had this discussion with Hugh Millen up in Seattle. I said, Kurt Warner's going to win it.
Oh, no, I didn't know about Kurt. About Pete.
Okay, Pete. All right, thank you.
I've seen Pete for months and how he was attacked and how he attacked back and what he is and what he's about. I'm like, what a great choice by Trump.
To me, I was like, I don't know how this is going to go over. Is Joni Ernst going to come at him, say something about, rape, is yada, yada, yada. And it was just like he had this superhuman shield on, didn't he? Every time he got some kind of question against him, he was able to fend it off. Elizabeth Warren went down in flames. But
Hegseth and Bondi yesterday.
But these are all unproven commodities, right? Robert Kennedy Jr., you don't know how he's going to do. I have a feeling.
Yes, I do.
I have a feeling he's going to wipe the floor
he already
with them.
Is.
Pam Bondi.
And Marco Rubio in that soundbite too yesterday was freaking.
Well, I knew Marco was going to do good. Marco was going to be your.
There's still people that call him Rhino, that he's too associated with rhinos.
I could see that. But that's because he's a politician also. But he's also a smart politician. He's not an ideological politician.
No, I agree. I see that. He's a Florida guy too.
Yeah, that's they breed you different from Florida.
These days,
you know what I mean?
And we like that.
So,
I do like that. But it is interesting when you look at it. I mean, Pete was 2 days. It was only 2 days ago, and we've seen a lot from that. He dominated. Pam yesterday was freaking phenomenal. Listen to her first soundbite from yesterday. I mean, we're going to show you some Pam stuff. Pam, of course, she's going to fly through as attorney general. And the picks that Trump is making, as you say, Eric, are phenomenal, top notch. This is our appetizer of how she puts things in place.
It would not be appropriate for a prosecutor to start with a name and look for a crime. It's a prosecutor's job to start with a crime and look for a name, correct?
Senator, I think that is the whole problem with the weaponization that we have seen the last 4 years and what's been happening to Donald Trump. They targeted Donald Trump. They went after him, actually starting back in 2016. They targeted his campaign. They have launched countless investigations against him. That will not be the case if I am Attorney General. I will not politicize that office. I will not target people simply because of their political affiliation. Justice will be administered even-handedly throughout this country. Senator, we've got to bring this country back together. We've got to move forward, or we're going to lose our country.
Yeah, I think the concern is that weaponization of the Justice Department may well occur under your tenure. And we want to make sure that that's not the case, that you remain independent, that you remain able to and willing to tell the president no when that's necessary to protect the Constitution and the integrity of the department. So that's where I'm asking these questions.
Don't go challenge Pam Bondi.
If I was Pam Bondi, I would go Jack Smith. I wouldn't even answer the question. I'd just go Jack Smith, Marshawn.
Exactly.
I would go who's the chick in Georgia? Yeah, whatever her name is. And I would just go. I would go down a laundry list of people, and then I would just look at him. Nathan. I would just stare uncomfortably at him.
Her lover was Nathan, right? Nathan, was that his name?
Yeah.
Nathan. Nathan even admitted that he
would be a good A&E show.
With the White House before that all went down.
Such a good A&E show. Fannie and Nathan tonight on A&E.
Oh, it could be. Well, they're both going to be looking for jobs, so that's on its way.
Yeah,
that wasn't it. That was Pam just showing you how she could sit there and take a stupid question and make it normal. Now listen to Pam go after those who went after her because she finally had it. And once again, Donald Trump knows what he's doing. And Pam and Don have been friends since 2016, and she's had her back, and she's highly qualified for the position. Once again, the difference between Joe Biden and Donald Trump, not even close. Trump is the shining light. The difference between Merrick Garland and Pam Bondi, are you kidding me?
No, dude. Oh my God.
I mean, not even close. Listen to Pam handle herself with these idiotic men who tried to bully her, and she is smarter and more swift and quick-witted than any of them could ever imagine being.
Senator, I have not looked at any of those files. If confirmed, I will look at the files.
And will you be able to review hundreds of cases on day one?
I will look at every file I am asked to look at.
Of course you won't. So will you advise the president?
Can I answer the question?
Well, my question is...
I would have plenty of staff. You said, of course you want?
You'll be able to review hundreds of cases on the first day?
I'm not going to mislead this body nor you.
All right, let me ask another question. You don't want to answer that. Let me ask another question.
You were censured by Congress, Senator, for comments just like this.
Can you say no to the President of the United States when he asks you to do something unethical or illegal?
Senator, first, I need to clarify something that you said, that I have to sit up here and say these things. No, I don't. I sit up here and speak the truth. I'm not going to sit up here and say anything that I need to say to get confirmed by this body. I don't have to say anything. I will answer the questions to the best of my ability and honestly.
Let me ask you.
I guess you didn't want to hear my answer about
today after I gave an opportunity to study overnight. So can you tell me and this committee what the citizenship clause of the 14th Amendment says?
This is great right here.
Senator, I'm here to answer your questions. I'm not here to do your homework and study for you. If I am confirmed,
I'm not asking for a confirmation vote,
you cut me off. Can I please finish?
What is
Senator?
Beautiful.
Pam Bondi, you rock.
Just absolutely.
You don't go after people who are qualified. I know all is fair in love and politics, but at the end of the day, you better know who you're trying to ask questions to. They don't have anything. This is Eric. Well, it's desperation. It's Democratic desperation, and they look deranged.
Let me be honest with you, as opposed to lying to you like I usually do.
I would hope so. Okay, thanks.
Let me be honest with you. If it was the Republicans for 4 years and they were using lawfare to go after, let's say, Barack Obama, let's say they were using lawfare, let's say it was one of our AGs going after Obama, and it was going after Michelle, and it was going after Nancy Pelosi, and we could see it, and we might have even liked it, Vic. We might have even looked at the news and go, well, yeah, of course Nancy deserves to be looked at for insider trading. Who cares? if the Democrats came into office, we would all expect them to right the wrongs of that happened, right? We cannot expect that if you hate the word rhino, a rhino would come in as a conservative, would come into the office, Vic, and they would go, we're going to play this by the book. We're going to play it straight up. We're going to play by the rules, because Republicans love playing by the rules, and they get beat by playing by the rules, don't they? I don't anticipate them playing by the rules this time. This is a new class of
they're playing by the rules,
secretaries.
but they're like, okay, we're going to push this up to the limit.
No, I think that they're going to figure out a way to go after the people that used lawfare, and they're going to use whatever tools they have, because you have to look. When you have
they're not doing anything illegal, Eric.
Who's
they're
not doing anything
Republicans.
illegal? No, of course not. And you can make
they're just not going to sit back and play the other people's game anymore.
But you could make a case that the Democrats aren't doing anything illegal. They're using the tools that they're at their discretion, right? Jack Smith releasing that report on midnight or 1 a.m, right?
Earlier this week.
He didn't have to do that. Merrick Garland giving the okay for all of these bizarre cases, but not going after Biden with the same bizarre cases. You have to fix this. The people they need to understand that there are consequences for what just happened. And it's a deterrent. It's the same reason that nuclear weapons aren't flying over our heads right now, because the United States has a nuclear deterrent to Russia, right? So you have to have a lawfare nuclear deterrent. And if it's like, look, guys, you took your best shot, we're going to have to come back at you now. So prepare. So get ready. Here it comes.
Oh, I like that.
Was that my best?
I do. I like it.
Kind of mysterious voice. You don't know what's going to happen.
I just loved watching Pam kick ass yesterday, because she is so damn good. But the thing that we have now with these picks and Donald, we got to show Donald's new portrait. Have you seen it? His new presidential portrait.
Is he using the one on the Time magazine cover? Because that's a pretty good one.
No, we've got it for you. Joe put it. Look at this. For our listeners on the podcast, we are showing you Donald Trump's portrait for president, and I absolutely love it. He's not smiling. He's not frowning, but he looks very confident, like, I'm here to take care of business. What do you think?
Does anybody have? I
can only imagine what's going through your very creative, warped mind.
No, it's not the pose. It's the menacing lighting and the shadow.
I like it.
I love it too.
Well, Joe is all about lighting.
He's very dramatic.
It's very dramatic, and he's got a ton of uplighting.
A ton. He should have made it red. Anyway,
no, we saw that from Biden. He looked like the devil.
Does anybody have the Mount Trumpmore around here? Is the Mount Trumpmore statue?
Yeah, we got it.
Go get it.
Well, we're gonna get it. You know what? Here's the thing. I wanted to promote this, but we didn't have the ads for people to pop on to go buy it.
We'll have it. Don't worry about that.
But we've got this. Yeah, Eric's talking about this product that we have. That we've got that you've.
When I saw this for the first time, I was like,
listen up, people.
I'm gonna put that in the camera.
Oh, that's pretty good. Lift it up a little higher. Perfect.
That is what the Black Hills in South Carolina. Isn't that where the Trump Mount Rushmore is?
No, Eric.
It's in North Dakota, right?
Yes.
Right. So that's what it's going to look like here, probably in the next 24 hours. No, I'm just kidding. So this is maybe the best piece of swag I have ever seen for a presidential run, and this is what the good people of the United States want to see happen. A suit and a tie on Mount Rushmore. Anyway, I thought it was genius. Whoever put this thing together. It's called Mount Trumpmore, and this is what I think could happen in the next 20 years.
Okay.
What do you want to bet?
Well, it's South Dakota.
South Dakota. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I was letting you
I was right then. I was right.
No, you said South Carolina.
I did not. I said South Dakota.
Oh, I thought you said South Carolina.
I did. Okay. Anyway.
But we're going to have that. Can you hold it up again really quick? This is a Mount Trumpmore piece. Literally, it's $49.99. We'll get $10 for everyone that's bought.
I think it's awesome.
You literally have everybody on there. Washington, Lincoln, Roosevelt, Jefferson, and Trump. It's so freaking, it's only $49.99. It's 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches. And on the back, the Constitution, because you know that Donald Trump is a man of the Constitution. You can put it anywhere. We'll have these ads coming up to show you. It goes anywhere. It is an amazing gift. It's something to commemorate. And yes, Donald Trump should have his face.
And I have the two. I just want to say,
Rushmore, Mount Trump more.
I have the $2 bill. Do you have the $2 bill?
I don't.
I do, and it's already framed in my house.
Oh,
because it's if you really love this era, what's happening, you want to surround. It's like when your team wins the Super Bowl, you got to have the pennant flying in your garage as you're changing the oil, looking at the.
I do like it. I do. But I love that. Here's the thing. Everything Donald Trump is doing about this presidency, this term, is different than what we have ever seen before, even his first term, which is why I loved his picture. I love it. It's a time to get serious. America's golden age is about to begin, but it doesn't get better until we clean up the crap that the old administration left behind. And thank God Donald Trump comes back into office in 4 days and we say goodbye to all the lying. I mean, Joe Biden remembered as a dumbass and a liar.
Yeah.
Literally, that's his legacy, a dumbass and a liar.
I look at it like this.
Forgetful, 40% of the presidency on vacation. There's nothing positive that came out of his presidency. Nothing.
Yeah. You remember Nellie's house? It was beautiful. That mansion.
Lake St. Louis.
No, not the Lake St. Louis one. The one that they just sold. That
I don't
was
know
up
where that
there
one
in
is.
Eureka. Take a look at the
Getting
pictures.
hot in
Yeah,
here.
there's a reason that it sold for like $200,000. They trashed the place.
A lot of parties.
That's what.
Did you partake in those parties?
I did not, but I flew over his house one time. That's what I see Biden like. He's like, you have this beautiful house that we gave you, and then as you gave us the keys back, we have to now go in and reconstruct the whole thing, you dumbass. Not only do we have to go win the wars on China and Iran and all these other places, now we got to fix your damn house that you destroyed. Thanks a lot.
Oh, Robert, why do you have to say that from the oh my God, Joe, you're great. Joe popped up the house, the old Nellie house. Wait a minute, that's not the Lake St. Louis house, that's Eureka?
No. He had a house out there in the Eureka that was like in the hills, and it was beautiful. Look at it. But he just the pool got knocked. I mean, it was destroyed. I don't know what it is with these rappers when they leave their houses. Did you ever see P. Diddy's house? You can literally walk through P. Diddy's old house.
You can walk through without slipping?
No, it's disgusting. It literally looks like you cannot. You have to get a tetanus shot when you come out.
Yeah,
of the joint,
exactly.
for sure.
Oh
but
my
anyway,
God.
that's how I think of Biden. It's like you went in there, you said you can't drill for oil in the ocean anymore. He took his he's taking his toys and he's going home.
Last night he did his farewell speech, and it was the most unimpressive, uninspiring, negative, dark lunacy for a president that we have ever seen. And anybody that could ever defend him, you know a lot about them. And I'm sorry, it was so bad. Listen to what he had to say about America becoming an oligarchy. Once again, literally taking pages out of ISIS's playbook, accuse others of what you're doing yourself. Listen to what he had to say. This is him.
I want to warn the country of some things that give me great concern. This is a dangerous concentration, and that's a dangerous concentration of power.
The what?
In the hands of very few ultra-wealthy people.
What the hell did he just say?
The dangerous consequences if their abuse of power is left unchecked.
Oh, boy.
Today, an oligarchy is taking shape in America of extreme wealth, power, and influence that literally threatens our entire democracy, our basic rights and freedoms, and a fair shot for everyone to get ahead. I'm equally concerned about the potential rise.
I thought he was going to say
of a
Pen
tech
15.
industrial complex.
Yeah.
It could pose real dangers for our country as well. Americans are being buried under an avalanche of misinformation and disinformation, enabling the abuse of power. The free press is crumbling. Editors are disappearing.
It should.
Social media is giving up on fact-checking. The truth is smothered by lies told for power and for profit. We must hold the social platforms accountable to protect our children, our families, and our very democracy from the abuse of power.
Oh my God.
I think I'm going to cry.
We have 4 days left until Donald Trump is officially here. This is the worst embarrassing moment. The joke was played on America for 4 years.
This is what it used to feel like in high school when you knew you had no more homework and you just had 4 days. You had to get up and get on the bus And you're like, oh, I just can't wait to throw these books out the bus windows on the last day. And it's going to be, I'm going to have like a split screen. I'm going to have Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead on one side, and I'll have the inauguration on the other side.
Greg had what he said. He said, Eddie,
it's very Star Wars-ish.
I'm speaking Jabba the Hutt, Ewok.
Yes. It's like C-3PO. He was the only one that could understand R2-D2.
What a jura Eddie Roshundo Erewatika.
And then everything sounds like you're talking backwards.
Who was Fauci again? Who was the Star Wars character that was Fauci?
I can't remember his name. He was that little guy that would fly around.
Yes.
He was like the parts dealer.
It was the parts dealer. I can't remember his name. Skywalker. Anyway. Sorry. We have fun because you know what? This is the time to have fun.
Biden.
Can you imagine, guys, how depressed? I'm not lying to you now. How depressed if Kamala was going to be sworn in 4 days?
We're going to show you her again in a second.
Wait a minute. Is it even possible for anyone in this room to even how would your brain be functioning right now? You would have to close off one side of your brain just to function. And that would be the political brain. You would have to, everything would be dead. You would see people like Elon Musk buying houses over in Europe or back in Australia. You would see our great thinkers, Fox News. They would all be on Prozac. But it's not the way. God is good, guys. God is real. This last election should prove to you that there is a God.
Well, there's a God because Biden's gone. You're right. But that wasn't it. This was his farewell speech. And he's talking about it. It's a sad day ahead. Oligarchy everywhere. The free press is gone. No fact checkers. And then Biden pulled Biden. And here he is. Biden went Biden again last night. One last speech to remind us just how lost this guy has been for 4 years. He read the prompter again, another end quote comment from Joe Biden.
For the disastrous rise of misplaced power, end of quote.
What? Can we do that again?
Potential for
what?
The disastrous rise of misplaced power, end of quote. End of quote.
Who is he quoting?
It says it on the prompter. It says end quote.
Disastrous rise of misplaced power, end of quote.
I completely forgot he did that. I thought he was quoting someone from like New York Times.
It's like the 10th time he's done it.
What an idiot.
Dementia. Bye-bye, Biden.
Oh my God.
Stupid is he now. I would have to leave the country if Harris got voted in. Good riddance to Obama's staff. All from the chat line, all this stuff coming down. But as bad as Biden is, and we know he is, Kamala's been just as worse. She had another word salad yesterday trying to talk about them.
She did.
She wants to run for governor. Eric of California now, allegedly.
How do you know that?
Well, that's the word.
So what are they going to do with Gavin?
Oh, who knows? Who knows? Gavin, he's not going to, there's no way.
Is he a player now?
Gavin, my God. He will never win an office again.
You don't think?
No. I have friends
4 years is a long time.
Eric, I have friends in LA who say, even the Democrats say they're not voting for him anymore. There's signs all over Los Angeles now in California. Like Newsom is pine scum. Newsom is this. Newsom is that.
But that's what they did on the last recall thing. Remember that last recall thing?
Yeah, but he made it.
He got close to getting recalled. It was close.
Listen,
they had enough signatures.
But Kamala, listen to what Kamala said yesterday. Try to make sense of this. She's literally telling people who've lost everything because of mismanagement by LA, California politicians. Oh, be patient. Gutfeld really hammered her last night.
To be patient during the crisis.
There is still so much work that firefighters, police officers, FEMA, and others are doing that is about search and rescue. It's critically important that to the extent you can find anything that gives you an ability to be patient in this extremely dangerous and unprecedented crisis, that you do.
What? To the extent that you can find, to do what you can to find patience in the extent. Really? What? Welcome to, this is what we avoided. Yes, there is a God, Eric. Yeah. There is a God. And for whatever reason, his grace and his mercy has shown down on the United States of America this go around.
Is this biblical?
Yes, it is.
Fire that's happening out in California.
Oh, I don't know.
Is this cleansing? Kind of like
I think
flood?
I think it's deep state stuff because God didn't start this fire.
What now? When people say
in my
stuff,
humble opinion.
Well, I know. I'm just kidding.
And I know
of
you're
course.
not going.
I mean, I don't think this is going to be in a new book in the Bible. The book of Los Angeles. It's not going to happen.
Book L.A.
Yeah, the book of L.A. I just wonder. Look, this is the incompetence versus people that have said we've had enough of you. And there have people that have jumped ship. I'm thinking Fetterman is kind of a Republican.
Well, he's an independent.
He's an independent, but so is Bernie. Bernie is a leftist socialist independent. I think that Fetterman is I'm kind of a man of the people, and I see what's going on here with the Republican Party now. I get it. I feel like, yes, I'm an independent, and if you guys could bring back jobs and unions and good paying jobs for middle class, I would still be that. But you guys have left me. I think Fetterman will vote across the board for every single Republican nominee. What do you think?
He's not even on my radar right now, to be honest.
He's on my radar.
I don't care.
He's on my radar.
Maybe he should be.
No,
I don't know.
I'll tell you why. Because I'm always thinking 1,000 yards ahead of you guys. Because here's the deal: Fetterman might be the kind of guy. Because we're always and for 4 years we've been asking Joe, what are the damn Democrats anymore? Well, Fetterman could be the guy. He could not. I don't think guys that look like, they came out of a Frankenstein movie are the new Democratic Party, but his way of thinking is the new Democratic Party. It's like, I get what you're doing over here. I don't subscribe to the lower taxes as much. I don't subscribe to some of the older Republican principles, but he could be the guy that brings the Democrats back to life.
Eric from the chat line, Kamala Harris was right about one thing. We will all be unburdened by
her
in 4 days.
Isn't her house in trouble of being burned down?
I have no idea.
Over in Brentwood.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean. I don't care. I'm just glad that she's gone.
Yeah. What does a Kamala do? Because Kamala's young.
Who cares?
But let's just
who cares
prognosticate.
OnlyFans? Because you like her.
Oh my God. Not with that neck.
You think she's
not with that neck. What does Kamala
back her neck?
What does Kamala do?
I don't care.
Do they have neck lifts?
I don't care. I don't know.
I'm kidding.
I forgot to show Schiff. You know what else that Jack Weed was doing yesterday?
What?
He fell asleep, man.
Did he?
Yeah, there's video of him sleeping. Look at this. I mean, Adam, I had to show it because Schiff and Kamala, I mean, they're all part of California and why California is so bad. Just check it out. Look at this. For our listeners on the podcast, we're showing a video of Adam Schiff literally sleeping.
Chinese cyber warfare, espionage, malign influence is an existential threat.
He's mentioning.
And also, I have not seen it yet, but from what I've heard about former FBI Director Ray's comments on 60 Minutes regarding
cheeseburger.
Sleeper cells that our water systems, our natural gas lines, telecommunications.
There's the sleeper cell. Look at him. There's the sleeper cell. That is a sleeper cell. That's a bad white blood cell right there.
Oh my God. It's so nice. Think about it, gentlemen. This is the last podcast that I'll be on anyway with Joe Biden as president.
Absolutely. Yeah, me too. All of us.
How about that?
Down, the witch is dead. The witch is dead. The witch is dead. Thank God.
Mark this down. What's the date today? Good God. We need to save this.
You know what I can't unsee?
What?
Is Newsom and Biden. And we're saying goodbye. We're going to be saying goodbye to Newsom. We're saying goodbye to Biden. We're saying goodbye to Kamala. Karen Bass, all of them.
Yeah.
I can't unsee this. Joe showed this when comparing Joe Biden and Gavin Newsom to Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, Lord.
Hello, I'm Butthead. And I'm Beavis. Welcome. Hello, I'm Butthead.
And I'm Beavis. 20
minutes. Welcome. Hello, I'm Butthead.
They do look like Beavis and Butthead.
That is so brilliant.
They are.
It is just brilliant.
Gosh, we don't have good stuff like that anymore.
Well,
Beavis and Butthead, we'll say goodbye to you guys because you're on your way out.
Yeah. I feel like
happy 16th birthday, heavenly birthday to your father, Jeannie.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And Donna says 3 days to go in my way of counting. Yeah, that's one way to do it. And Trish says, Eric, you're funny.
I'm not trying to be funny.
But this is what's happening in America. Times are changing. Things have gotten a little bit different.
Let's prognosticate, gentlemen. It's the last day. We can come back to this in 10 years. What's going to happen? What's going to happen in the next 4 years? Joe, go ahead. What do you think, man? Is it? I mean, if you were to come on the air right now and say, I think everything's going to be kind of the same as it is now. It's just not going to be so stressful. That would be a good prognostication. What do you think's going to happen?
Man, I hope not the same but different thing. You know what I mean? Like
same but different.
I don't think we're going to get that from Trump. However, have you heard of Trump fatigue?
Okay. Yes.
I've slightly got it a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. There's
that's like having Emo's pizza fatigue. It's impossible.
I can't get enough Trump right now. But after the last 4 years,
I'm glad he's in. I'm relieved, and now I just want to see.
But what
I want to see it happen.
But what if every day of Trump was you woke up and you go, oh my God, he just gave us a new treat. Oh my God, you mean taxes went down 10% for my tax bracket? That's a new treat. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait a minute. What do you mean? The XL pipeline is starting to come back together. That's a new treat.
But these are the things that are going to be happening starting day one.
Yeah.
That's the potassium I need for my Trump fatigue.
There you go. What do you think, Vic? You've been around enough.
This is going to be the golden age of America over the next 4 years.
I have heard that now for the last 10 months. What is the golden age
when
mean?
Trump was elected, he said it will be the golden age of America because we are going to eliminate so many bad things that have happened from a financial standpoint, from a security standpoint, and from a standpoint of not loving America as a government. Those things have already begun to change. We have reestablished our foothold as a world leader as other countries look up to us. Even little squirrely Zelensky 2 weeks ago in an interview said, when I have conversations with Donald Trump now, world leaders are calling me, asking me, listening to me, wanting to know what's up, what's going on, because we didn't have that for 4 years.
Yes.
All right. Dad's back home. Daddy's home. And Trump is your daddy, Democrats. He is your daddy. He is the world's daddy, whether you like it or not. Daddy's home, and it's time for your spankings if you don't get in line.
Yes.
That's what I see coming for the next 4 years.
So you're saying that it's going to be kind of like the end of Weird Science.
Hell yes, it is. No. When Weird Science was great.
When they destroyed the house.
Our last 4 years were nothing like the Weird Science. I feel like it's Weird Science time now, baby.
I agree. You know what I'm talking about? The parents walk in the door, and the nuclear missile goes back into the ground. So I don't know what golden age means. Here's what
the golden age is: America reasserting itself in a world standpoint, financially, and supporting what we are about America first. The golden age where we become vibrant again, where our economy starts to take center stage. I mean, you've got a president now who is all about crypto as well, and he's all about bringing in people from every different walk of life. So much so that Democrats have crossed the aisle and said, we need to be a part of this. That's going to be the golden age.
It'll be so good that Greenland hands us the deed.
Yeah. Well, they want to, but their prime minister says he wants to talk now. That's how good Trump is.
I didn't even know anything about Greenland. I really honestly didn't. I mean, I knew
neither did I.
I knew you had to fly over it to get to London.
It's cold.
Yeah, I knew that was a thing.
And by the way, why do you fly over Greenland to get to London? If the world was
not flat, first of all. Don't go there.
That's exactly where I'm going, Eric.
It's not.
Why can't you just fly from A to B?
Well, there's this little thing called trying to. Well, I don't know, actually. I'm not an international 747 pilot, but I think it has to do with just the flight routes. That's all it is.
Okay.
And if the plane goes down, maybe it doesn't go in the ocean. Who knows? But anyway, the thing about the golden age for me.
Wouldn't you rather hit water than land?
Yeah, I would rather be in the middle of the damn Atlantic Ocean. No, I would rather have slide that thing right on the ice, man.
Why aren't there plane routes over Antarctica?
Man, if you guys go,
you just did it. You just blew our show, man. If you guys, now we're gonna get Fatto Man.
Who says there's not? Who says there's not? Call ChatGPT. There is Anyway, let me get back to it. I'm trying my train of thought.
Sorry, Eric.
So my golden age is, you guys are right. I think that we start to get things a little bit more in line with China. We start to figure out the world mess. Maybe the Abraham Accords come back up and there's peace in the Middle East. That's a nice thought.
Oh yeah, by the way, there is no peace deal right now, again, where hostages are being given back because Israel said overnight. Hamas went back on their agreement from yesterday. We'll keep you posted.
I don't care. That's fantastic. First of all, I thought that it was like, we don't negotiate for hostages. Where did that go?
Yeah. How about giving 50 hostages for one?
And as far as
those sorts of things, that can't happen.
As far as Americans go, if you go to the Middle East, or if you go to Egypt, or if you go anywhere that's dangerous to Americans, you should have to sign a freaking waiver saying, you're an American and we'll do everything we can to get you back. But if you end up in a freaking cave with a gun against your head and a ransom note, that's on you, dumbass. Because I mean, Americans they will have the whole power of the United States government, but we're not going to give up 2 Americans or 2 hostages for 1,000 murderers and terrorists. That makes no sense.
Well, look what we did for a pot smoking athlete that hates America that went to Russia.
Yeah, we got to fix those problems for sure. There should be no hostage negotiate. America doesn't hostage negotiate. We will come and get your asses and we will blow your caves up, but we're not going to negotiate for that. No, we're going to keep your 1,000 thugs in our jail, lifetime sentences. Anyway, I'm pissed off about that. Let me get back to Golden Age. Golden Age also has to involve our communities. The Golden Age has to mean that St. Louis, I am getting so many videos on YouTube about St. Louis being the most dangerous city in the world. I don't know why I'm getting them, but every time I go on YouTube now, there's another freaking video about North St. Louis being the most dangerous area in the world.
Well, it's a bad area.
As they do the drone flyovers, it's beautiful. Because these are houses that were built back in the 1800s and they're huge.
Are we going back into North St. Louis crime?
Yes, I am, because the Golden Age needs to take that into...
The Golden Age of America is not coming in to save North St. Louis. Because Trump has nothing to do with North St. Louis. This has to do with people who continue to elect the same kind of leaders because they were told that their Democratic liberal leaders, and in most cases, black liberal leaders, are the ones who care about them and have shown that they are not.
They're never going to be able to fix themselves. It's not going to happen. It's a pipe dream. If you let them, if you think that it's going to be escape from St. Louis.
But if you don't allow the help to come in and it happens to be somebody who's white or conservative, then that's on you.
It needs to be. And
I say it's the people.
People in North St. Louis, believe it or not, voted for Trump in this last election. Did you know that?
Yeah, well, we know they did.
Okay.
If 20 to 24%, and I think it was higher than that, African Americans run this country, they got him elected.
So I think that the Golden Age Vic has to be a little bit more micro, a little bit more minutia.
4 years isn't enough time for local.
It has to be.
But
it's all you got.
But you know that.
It's all you got. Then you better go hire a bunch of minions to go scurrying through the
generations
country.
To fix the problems that are in St. Louis City and in Chicago City.
No,
and around the country in those blue areas.
Tough love.
I know. It sounds nice, Eric.
You go into St. Louis and you go, that Rams money? You are the dumbest people I've ever met in my life.
Well,
you guys are wasting. You guys are throwing money down the toilet.
Eric, it was like 22 or 23% voter rate for that mayoral election. It's on the people of St. Louis City. Okay.
It is on the people of St. Louis because they don't know any better. They feel it. They're scared.
Well,
it's like taking a child's blanket away. They don't understand by taking the damn blanket away, they lose the dependence of the mental dependence of the damn blanket. And now they can go out into the world and succeed.
We start big and then it gets micro.
Where is
macro
Trump?
to micro.
I need to get him on the phone.
But
I'll take care of it.
I already talked to him once today.
And did you put my name in?
No,
I'll do it.
We talked about some other issues. I talked to him about TikTok.
Go girl.
Yeah. Think about this. A lot has been done already. You have to have the macro point before you get into the micro. And Trump, when we had our conversation this morning, he said, I may or may not issue an executive order to save TikTok. I love this. TikTok's not going anywhere, people. It's not. Mm-hmm. And I literally, I've talked, our friend David Gregory, New Missouri State Senator. He was worried to put videos out because we do some work for him on TikTok. He's like, well, no, I'm like, Dave, TikTok's not going anywhere. There's nothing bad with TikTok. He's like, well, there's this idea that TikTok's bad. It's not bad. Trump loves it. He just got elected, and he credits TikTok for helping him with younger people.
It's true.
And his son Barron saying, Dad, we need to reach out to people via TikTok. It's not going somewhere. It's not. TikTok's staying. I don't know who's going to own it, whether it's going to be Elon. Hell, Mr. Beast. There was a report Mr. Beast was going to buy it at some point. And I'm like, oh, but TikTok's not going anywhere. And then news broke this morning. You know, Trump gave it to me privately first. He's like, well,
hey, Vic, wake up.
TikTok, it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge.
Very nice.
Very nice. So Donald Trump is going to save TikTok. I'm telling you, he is. It's not going anywhere. He said that he would even consider an executive order to save TikTok.
If you call it Tick Trump, we'll save it.
TikTok Trump. I like it.
No, but you do understand why it's kind of shady having TikTok, right? This is
not anymore.
Right here. I show to you.
I
show to you the Chinese government.
Well, we don't need TikTok. The government already has us through our
let me
phones,
present
Eric.
to you.
It doesn't matter whether it's TikTok. Go through your phone, say something, and see what pops up as ads. We already know that. TikTok's just another extension of that.
Okay. Maybe this is just me, but this is the stupid American. Because if we had the ability, and we don't, trust me, we don't.
I love you.
If we had the ability to literally put together data on every Chinese citizen, including the Chinese military and including the Chinese oligarchs and including the Chinese government, because trust me when I tell you, Kamala Harris, she's got TikTok on one of her phones. Joe Biden, he doesn't know what TikTok is. He thinks it's an old clock from 1800. You would want to do that, wouldn't you? You would want to know all about the data that your enemies were producing. Wouldn't you want to know that? Wouldn't you want to know that? Yes, you would. That is legitimately what is happening with TikTok.
I think we're carrying around little bombs in our pocket too.
Don't put them in your pocket.
Well, yeah, you don't want them in your pocket. However,
make sure you have a
shield.
shield.
Keep them close to us.
Hey, do a test for us, guys. From the chat, somebody said, Trish said, as soon as Vic started talking about TikTok, she started to lose her feed.
Really?
That can't be true. TikTok's not a bad topic. It's not like talking about Antarctica.
Well, I've always wondered why Zuckerberg.
Show goes down. We mentioned Antarctica. Show goes down.
Why has Zuckerberg not? Legitimate question. Why has Zuckerberg not just said, "I know how to build that code. It's not that hard."
Build the code for what?
For TikTok. I can build a TikTok.
He doesn't own it. He'd have to start over.
Well, here's what I'm saying. TikTok is just videos. TikTok is little kids throwing their mom's camera at them playing in the stuffed animals.
Not just that.
It is.
It's propaganda.
You do sit and watch like 20 minutes of videos every day, don't you?
Yes. But TikTok is fun. It's exciting.
But it's educational too,
it's educational.
It has become educational.
Why doesn't Zuckerberg just say, look, we made Instagram, we made Facebook, we made Meta, we made all these virtual reality things. Coming next month, Meta TikTok.
He already has Instagram. They already have Facebook.
Well, then what's the problem?
Instagram is a lot like TikTok already.
I'm just trying to figure out
videos. It already is there.
I'm trying to figure out what the look. Here's the deal. If you close one part of a nozzle off and you can still get water out of it, the water will just go somewhere else, right? Right? If I close this off, the water will just spray out over here, correct?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Is if we get rid of TikTok, Reels is going to become the new thing.
Karen says she also lost hers. Patty said she lost hers when I said TikTok.
Well, don't say it anymore.
I won't say TikTok anymore. That's bizarre.
Creepy.
That is creepy. Come on, we're for the people. We're the people's platform show. That's what the show has been about. Well over 500 episodes now. We just want to make sure that we're getting the truth out there. Donna says that Chick Chock is very well liked. Someone could call it Chick Chock now. Just change the name. Yeah, the problem, of course, is ByteDance. They have to sell it. Something's going to happen with Trump. He's got to make it work. You know why he's going to make it work? Because he wants it. and he's smart enough to do so. And there are several people who want to buy it because it is profitable.
And Trump, if he does make this happen, he will give it to it'll be his present to the millennials and to the Gen Z.
I see.
And he
TikTok.
he will be like,
I saved it.
I cannot wait to see what that press conference looks like. How he takes credit for TikTok being an American company.
TikTok. I can see TikTok.
Yeah. TikTok, China.
People like it. TikTok.
I mean, I don't care one way or another. I really do think that people will absolutely.
Eric, TikTok's a good thing.
I take your word for it. You know, if you keep doing that, you are not going to Mar-a-Lago. I'm just saying.
Huge. I love TikTok.
From China.
They'll get on their knees.
Oh man, we definitely that has got to be a part of the show.
Freeze frame.
For sure. Come on, Prone.
Wow. Robert says TikTok froze again. We don't need another social network. I agree.
We're not on TikTok.
Greg says his glitched again. The clock is
We're not
winding.
streaming on TikTok.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
TikTok. You don't stop. I bought a hose reel TikTok last year. Hose reel. What's that? Cut kit. What is that? I have no idea where the show's gone, but we're grateful. Donald Trump says he's going to save it, and it's a big deal, and it's getting larger.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's going anywhere.
As a media guy, I don't care. As a dude that works in this industry, I could care less. I mean, I think that something
you're
bigger,
right. There will always be something there.
What is
like
TikTok?
funneling off the water?
Yeah, what is TikTok? By the way, it's the ability to create a little video and put a little meme over the top of it, and then share it to the world. And then all of a sudden, by that evening, you had 200,000 people seeing your video.
Here's what I don't get. It's just like Snapchat. I don't understand why Snapchat went to the wayside and then TikTok took over, because it's literally this exact
I still think
same
there's
thing.
people who use Snapchat. I've never used it, really. I mean, I have an account, but I never used it.
Yeah,
but I
my
don't use
son
it.
brings up Snapchat. What did I say?
Snapchat.
I got to be real careful with that.
Snapchat. I don't know.
You know,
Snapchat.
Yeah, I got to be real careful how I say, because I gotta blow through words. I got to be careful when I say that too. Blow through words. But I've heard him bring it up before, and as a matter of fact, Instagram is way more popular than I even knew it was. I don't.
Yeah, Instagram is big, very big.
I
It's
thought
huge.
Instagram was kind of like
The IG.
Yeah. What was the first one? It was what was it called? MySpace?
Tumblr? Oh yeah, MySpace.
MySpace was the first of the
Tumblr?
first.
Tumblr's kind of like
Is that a dating
TikTok.
site?
No. It was
Oh.
kind of like TikTok. You could make short videos and post them. It was actually
Tumblr.
the first short form video.
Tumblr.
App. Yeah, Tumblr.
I feel I don't understand why we can't figure it out. Anyway, I digress.
That's all right.
I digress. TikTok. Bye. Don't forget to rate.
Are you still on Grindr?
What is Grindr?
Okay, never mind.
What is it?
That made Joe laugh. I was trying to make Joe laugh. Donna says snatch trap.
Yeah,
Snatch
be very
chat.
careful how you say that. Don't say things.
Jeannie says I only do FB, and that's not much. Yeah, that's it. I mean, Americans are probably on social media too much as it is, but it helped with the election, so much so that Democrats and even Biden taken time last night complaining that we don't have fact checkers anymore.
Yeah.
The free press isn't what it used to be. Yeah, because thank God social media now allows people to put the truth out, and not what we got from local and national media outlets that would not give you the truth.
Can you imagine if we had fact checkers
Or the
back
full story.
when Lincoln and Douglas were debating, and you would have, I mean, you think about it. But
But
think
they
about
weren't lying as much as that. No way.
Think about it first. No, that's bullcrap. People have been lying for the last 100 million years. Think about if there's two soapboxes in the middle of the square, and you have a debate going on. It's a presidential debate, and all of a sudden you have two people, or a person in the crowd going, "Hold on just a second, Mr. Lincoln, you're telling a lie. I need to fact check you right now." And Lincoln's looking at him going, "What? Shut the hell up, dog."
Score.
Yeah. 4 score and 7 years ago. Actually, you're forgetting a few minutes. So you're lying. I mean, can you imagine? We don't need fact checkers. People are fact checkers. If you say something so ridiculous, I also have the internet, which I can go research if you're lying or not. Right? Like, for example, you guys keep bringing up the damn Arctic. There's no aliens in the Arctic. Trust me, it's too cold down there, and people laugh at us when we say things like that. Let's not be silly anymore.
Yeah, but you know stuff is there. It may not be aliens, but there's technology there, Eric.
Why?
Eric,
you know what? I got to
forgot all the guests that we've had on this topic.
Understand.
There's a reason why every country in the world wants to be a part of Antarctica, and it's not because they have clean water like Century water systems. It's because something else.
What is
ominous? I don't know. Some sort of technology. There's a reason why the Nazis left Germany, and many were accused of going there and Argentina. They were going to those places for a reason, that they had some sort of technology that America did not.
They're saying that Antarctica is the home base for the laser, the ray that's frying.
The laser.
The laser.
Is this the energy, the directed energy?
Yes. Yep.
I guess that could be the real DEI, Directed Energy Initiative. That's the only DEI that
the Directed
legitimate.
Energy Initiative.
Projo from the chat line from his producer's desk in the Plush Studios at Strategic Air Services says that he got fact checked yesterday.
What?
Okay. We don't have a camera on you. I hate it when you talk without a camera, but I get it. What the hell happened with you getting fact checked? What did you post?
I posted a picture with facts about the Mectin drug that
we can say ivermectin.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Well, not in this context because they fact checked me on Facebook.
Yeah.
Saying that it's cancer is not a parasite and ivermectin doesn't cure cancer.
What site were you on?
The facts that were listed didn't mention that cancer is a parasite, and it didn't mention that it cures cancer. It was a bunch of facts about how it helps in addition to chemotherapy. So like it wasn't even fully yeah. And they threw a fact check on it. You have to
must be an old algorithm that's just living out there in the wilderness.
I hope so.
Literally for just promoting ivermectin. Still.
Yep.
Even though Joe Rogan and everybody else in the world is talking about how great ivermectin is.
Yep.
I wish we could get our friend Nelson on the show again.
We will. We had him on this week.
I understand that, but I would love to like zoom in on his cancer talk with water. And with I think it was ivermectin, wasn't it? I don't remember. But really, because Nelson doesn't care to be. He says, go ahead and ask me whatever question you want.
Hey, real quick, what platform? People want to know what platform you were fact checked on.
Facebook.
Wow.
Good old Zuckerberg.
I heard that he was moving Facebook to the Midwest. Is that right or not? I know that he has. He's putting some conservatives on his board of directors also.
Well, yeah, we talked starting with the number one guy, Dana.
Oh, yeah, Dana White.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, they now sell an ivermectin and fenbendazole mix.
Now, hold on. Before we go any farther, what does that mix do?
I don't know.
I would like to learn that.
You.
Huh?
Anything. Rub it on anything, Eric.
If the old militant midget was here. If the old militant midget was here, she would tell me exactly what it
ingest it, rub it, whatever you need.
It sounds like a Boys to Men song. Ingest it, rub it down.
Let it.
Oh no. What is this ivermectin concoction do?
Guys,
take your time, right?
It works. Okay. And there's been countless examples.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Whatever. I mean,
I took the ivermectin concoction during COVID.
Yes,
it worked.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know what to tell you. Whether I have super immunity, maybe it didn't work. Maybe it was just a disgusting little paste, and I had this major placebo effect. But within 3 days, I was done.
You haven't had any kids since then, have you? Because Robert says that there are some reports that it can make you sterile.
No, that's just a good side effect, I guess, for guys.
It supposedly kills parasites coming from Gary. We should all go back on Facebook and talk ivermectin to test it to see what's happening. Well, you're on.
We
Facebook
are. We're doing a pretty good job.
One of our platforms that you can watch us live on in the mornings is Facebook. So yeah, we're talking about it right now.
What if Robert Kennedy Jr. first thing he does is come out with the ivermectin COVID kit?
Well, there's now a medical kit that I see being sold with drugs and medicines that you should probably have. It does not. And boy, I wonder if they have ivermectin in there. Yeah, you know what? You should probably at this point in time, with all the evidence that has been out there, have some ivermectin on hand.
Well,
just in case.
Yeah, it might not be prescribed medicine from a doctor, but they give it to horses for some reason, and it works for that reason, right? And it's a anti-parasitic, and if it does things to the human body that we don't totally understand, what's the problem of just going and researching it, saying, hey, there's nothing wrong with it?
But they'll ridicule you for even asking questions. I had people on that same post ridicule me for posting that.
Why?
Because they don't believe it. They wanted proof, so I posted links to NIH.gov documents that were talking about how it's used to treat COVID and cancer. So like it came straight from the government's mouth, and they still couldn't accept it.
All right.
It's a fascinating topic, especially doing this kind of a debrief this many years later and going, look, this is all anecdotal. I'm telling you right now, I took the paste, which the militant midget gave me. I didn't even know about what the damn stuff was. She gave me a whole tube of it, and I took it a few times, I guess. And everybody else is in these traumatic situations with, being sick as hell. And I was like, this isn't even a cold. I think I coughed once.
But the great thing
I had
is
a PRL gig that night, and
is that at least this is all part. Eric, you want to talk about when you asked me again, the golden age of America?
Yeah.
Truth is now getting out where we didn't have truth for the last 4 years.
Right.
Things that started with COVID. That's part of the golden age as well, where we're actually able to talk about these things publicly without being pushed down. I know you said you were fact checked, but your post wasn't brought down. Correct, Pro Joe?
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Is your post still there?
Yes, it is still there. They didn't take it down.
See, this is the part of the golden age of America, is getting back to how it always was.
Yeah.
Just truth, honesty, putting things out there, letting people know what helps, what doesn't help.
Yeah.
Now, the deep state will be there to try to bring it down, but at the same point in time, now we get to do that. By the way, Joe always likes to get his lemon juice in, and I have to say, I've been doing my calcium drinks every morning, and I've been doing a half lemon, Joe.
So
I feel really good.
Back up. Explain to me what you guys are talking about, please.
So what works better for me is just like a half cup of lemon juice every day.
Okay, stop. I know for a fact that you have that Century H2O thing.
Yeah, of course I do. It's the best water in the world.
All right.
Not just from a taste standpoint, but it has calcium, magnesium, and oxygen. Nobody else has in the world.
You mix those two together, and I bet you have a great potion.
I put that the water, and I put that with my lemon juice, and I put that with my calcium packet, and booyah!
So there's one installed where I work at, and we just put a Century, one of those under the sink things. This is no joke. Just as cool as this thing is, look, you can get this for $49.99. It's awesome. But this is no joke. I used to drink. I do still.
Can you put the Century stuff up? We'll go ahead and go into our promotion.
I'm not trying to do a commercial.
I'm going to do a commercial.
I'm not trying to do a commercial.
I am.
But here's the deal. I usually drink like 5 cups of coffee a day. Yesterday, or the day before, I drank. I went out of my way. I said, I'm going to drink 8 glasses of this water right now. This is no joke. I had so much energy. I had energy going into midnight, and I drank it at like noon.
Calcium, magnesium, and oxygen, and your body is realizing how bad it was before.
I was awake.
All that crap that used to put.
I know. And Vic said, well, the first time he put it in his house, he was like, well, you just feel like you want to go drink it. Yeah. That's no joke.
It is. It's just, I can't get enough.
That is no joke.
My organs needed the water. They're like, give me some more. I need more.
Well, you have to go research what happens to the human body when it gets dehydrated. Then you got to go research what happens to the human body when you put in all of the weird stuff like the chlorine, the sanitation, and all of the crap that's in your tap water. Then you got to go research the two together, what happens to the human body. And then when you understand that there's like parts of the body that are triggered off of real water, real H2O, you understand why it is that you're looking for caffeine or where you're looking for other things to make you feel better. Water is all you need.
Well, it is.
That's it.
Well, it's centuryh2o.com /discount.
There's not a bottled spring water in the market that'll compare.
No, there isn't. And the alkaline water that you can buy, the problem with that is it dies out. This water does not die.
No, it's worse than that. Don't ever say bottled water around me again.
I know it's
the
bad.
Forever Plastics thing.
I know it's terrible.
It's real. I could do a whole show just on what I've learned about this plastic stuff and the pharmaceutical stuff.
Eric, the best part for me is going to the grocery store, knowing they got the best water at home, and I'm not having to buy bottled water. I'm like, oh, how much money am I saving?
You got to go out and get yourself a stainless steel
or milk jugs.
That's how it works.
I've been giving that to a friend of mine until they buy the system, milk jug water.
Do not put this crap inside of anything other than glass or stainless steel. That's it, right? Because the Forever Plastics thing is a fascinating show. It is.
centuryh2o.com /discount /save sips. That's where you go. You get 10% off. It's a $300 under the sink system, literally 5 stages. You can't go wrong with this. It takes 15 minutes to install, and you don't have to worry about it for a year. You change a filter every year. Literally, there's nothing better you can do for your body than doing this. We've talked about, Eric was talking about the plastics. How about fluoride gone, chlorine gone, 220 PFAs, the forever poisons gone, the vaccine's gone. How about the heavy leads gone, heavy metals, arsenic, chromium 6, all gone. And then the water becomes alkaline, no acid in your body, but then it adds oxygen. Oh yeah, magnesium and calcium. People, it's the best thing you can do for your body. It is.
It's so disgusting. This is the first product that I buy because it's so disgusting what is happening without it. As a matter of fact, I can't even walk into Quick Trip anymore and look at those plastic bottles. Only thing I see is those plastic bottles in the back of a truck, because once they get above a certain temperature, those Forever Plastics, they get into the water. Look at your face. You're like, yeah, I know.
I know. I started studying it. I
just so bad.
No, it is.
It's so bad.
And it takes time. RFK Jr. has a system, we're told. And there's a reason why he said on January 20th, he is going straight to the water companies around America to get fluoride out of tap water. There's a reason it's bad for you. And then you can't go to bottled water because you know about what happens with bottled water. And then if you get a filter on your sink or tap water, fine, that's fine. You get the filter. It's still not getting everything out, and it's not giving you the oxygen that you need.
No.
It's not giving you the magnesium. It's not giving you the calcium. And that's what the difference is from these other water systems that I see out there, Leaf or Colligan or whatever. Yeah, they have names because of marketing, but they're not doing for you what Century does.
And Nelson is fascinating because I always want to call bull crap on.
Kimberly Guilfoyle is a huge proponent of this now. She's pushing this big time. She's the new ambassador from America to Greece, but she is all over this.
Yeah. And it's Nelson, every time that someone has a product, I'm always like, that is bull crap. Anyway, and then you smile and you go, okay, whatever. But this guy, I was reading some of the literature that he has and some of the water testing that he's done. And I'm like, how in the world did you get these readings? How in the world do you put this much oxygen in water, which is already oxygen? It's almost like H2-3.
I love it.
You know what I mean? Or H3O. It's like you put more oxygen in there for some reason.
But nobody returns the system. That's the key.
No.
Nobody returns it. It's like, okay, now we know what we're doing. My kids love it too. They believe in it. We didn't even talk about the pets aspect of it, which we talked earlier this week. Pets choose it. Horses choose it. I mean, it's amazing what's going on. Check it out. centuryh2o.com /discount /save sips. You won't be sorry. It is well worth the investment for yourself and or for other people. I mean, literally take the first step in a healthier home, a healthier you. We use it and it's great. We're also grateful that you guys showed up for the show today. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Eric, thank you for coming in, man. It's a great show. I love it.
You're welcome.
Projo, anything else? We've done pretty much. We'll be back on Monday.
Yeah, there's just a couple more.
Yeah, we'll save it. It's already 10.
Are you guys going to when is the inauguration? Is it
Monday.
11? It's 11 o'clock in the morning, right?
You mean the outside portion in DC? There,
Yeah.
It starts Saturday. There's events Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday.
It starts Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday
Okay.
night with events.
Yeah. So is the entire White House staff gone now? Because I know KJ's
I don't know. She was
KG or whatever her name is.
KJP. She's crying yesterday, crying her final.
Yeah. Now she has to go back to the
no, she's gonna have a TV show
to
somewhere.
the bookstore or wherever.
No, she'll have a TV show. One of the other things real quick about the plastics I forgot to bring up. I work with cardiologists and I work with neurologists. I sell a product that they use in surgeries. The interesting thing is when you talk to them, if you have blockages, when they take plaque out, many times, guess what that plaque is?
I can't take it.
The plaque includes plastic. The plaque includes plastic. I'm not kidding you. And we get that there is a thought, there's been a study done where humans, we have an ability to get rid of plastic, but not all of it in our bodies.
Yeah.
But because there's plastic in so many products, not just water, that we can take a credit card size amount of plastic into our bodies on a weekly basis.
And what happens?
The body discards of most of it, but not all of it.
It's so disgusting.
And
guys.
for men, a lot of it ends up in your testicles.
I didn't expect to go there.
Somebody ruined, it might have been Joe. Somebody ruined my infatuation with rice, telling me that a lot of rice can be plastic.
Yeah.
Was that you?
I don't know. It sounds like something I would do. Sounds like something I would say.
I was never one of those guys that was like so hung up on all the health stuff. I was like, as a kid, you saw hamburger places.
Did you say you've never been hung?
No, I've never been hung.
Okay.
On my neck. But I'm getting to the like red dye number 5 or 4 or whatever it is. Red
dye 3 is out. But did you see that though, Eric?
It's outlawed.
Yeah, but not now. Oh, it can cause cancer. But we have to go through a process now of years. It's not immediately gone tomorrow. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah. You got to figure out where
FDA.
They have 2 years to reformulate, but yet other countries make these same products without it.
Yeah. See, other countries think we're stupid and they think we're fat.
No, they know
they think we're, I mean, they know that we are. Look, we went through 50 years of gluttony. And it's time for us to fix this.
Well,
and it
really,
starts with water.
No, but the really
me,
bad stuff didn't start till the early 90s. It was in the early 90s when we started to bring in the high fructose corn syrup.
Hold the pickles, hold the lettuce, special orders, don't upset us. That was the beginning. And the Coca-Cola stuff back in the early part of the century. And then you had, you got to start to figure out, when did home meals become a thing of the past? It's when you went to McDonald's. It's when you went to Burger King. It's when you went to fast food restaurants on your way to work. It's when Starbucks came out with all of the disgusting poisons that are in that thing, which I love Starbucks. It's when cigarettes were thought of as being healthy. Remember when cigarettes were healthy, killing all of our kids?
Oh,
this is the other part of the golden era. Could have a lot to do with Robert.
Yeah, well, America. Yeah, Donna says the number one thing. It's sugar. You get rid of sugar.
Yes,
that's the big
Donna thing. for the win from 50.
All right, guys, we appreciate you jumping in
Donna.
for cancelthisshow.com. Pro Joe, Eric Johnson, Vic Faust. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll be back Monday for an inauguration show. Enjoy the weekend.
I might come in for that.
Please, you're welcome anytime.
Are you sure?
Anytime. We'll talk to you guys. Have a great weekend.
Keeps me out of the studio. He's like, I'm producing.
We'll talk to you guys later. See ya.